Hey, this is Justin with DayTradeTheMarkets.com, and we closed at new all-time highs today in the S&P. And so what I wanted to talk about in this video is that, heading into the day, we know we're in a big picture, strong up bias. Okay, so we know that. So obviously, what we're looking to do, what most people would be looking to do today at least, is to try to get on board that up bias if we can. And so the question we ask is, how do we know when it is safe to become a buyer on a day like today? So what I've done here is I've taken off everything on the chart. I've taken off the support resistance zones. I've taken off the decelerations. I've just left on the aggression bars. And these aggression bars are showing us here's a level 2 or strong selling. Here's a level 3 or extreme selling. Here's a level 3 extreme buying, level 2 strong buying. These are showing us kind of under the surface what's going on within the real-time auctions so that we're not left guessing as to which side's in control. We can see in real time when one side or the other is really stepping in hard and then to what degree that's happening. So the first question we want to ask ourselves when we are looking to be a buyer is, number one, when do buyers step in and start to have what we call follow through? And so you can see that when we open the day here, the first major aggression that we had was a strong selling aggression. We could test it right to the high of that and continued lower. Then we got some more selling, this level 3 or extreme selling aggression bar, and you can see we followed through another 3 points after that. It wasn't until we got down to what turned out to be the low that we started to get a little bit of buying with this level 1 buying that had some follow through. Now you don't want to get now if you're aggressive and you're looking for any reason in the world to become a buyer, I would say that's point 1 where you start to see a little follow through on buying. Okay, you have to know that's a little bit of an aggressive place to be getting long after this really strong selling that had come in. However, it is at least something of a clue that buyers have begun to step into the market. Okay, so I would call that point 1, if you will. So we can put a little 1 right there, right here, where we start to see some follow through. The second clue, let's see if I can do this, would be, we'll call that a 2. The second clue would be when we start to see this level 3 extreme buying come in. Okay, that's our second clue that real buying is starting to come in, and then when we get some follow through above that, that's a pretty good clue that it's really starting to come in. So that's the second clue that it's becoming safer to become a buyer, certainly. Now the one caveat here is that we still have to get through this barrier, which is the high of this level 3 selling aggression. Okay, so you can make the case that also, if you wanted to, that if you were more conservative, you'd want to see the market really get some good acceptance above here and then wait for some more buying to come in. So I would say the third place you could get in is right in here where we start to get a little more buying where it's clear we're above this earlier selling. That certainly would be level 3, kind of a moderately conservative. And then the most conservative, the most sure thing would be when we got this breakout on new highs, all-time highs, with this level 3 buying aggression. We rallied 4 points toward the end of the day there, but that's certainly the most high probability there. So it just depends. You know that going into the day, you'd like to find a reason or find a way to get long. So you ask yourself, how aggressive are you as a trader? Then you wait for actual evidence that buyers are stepping in. Here's the first point where we actually get, it's not strong buying, but we finally do see some buying come in with some follow through. Whereas you can see prior to this, we only had selling come in, and any moderate buying we had was rejected right away. So here's our first clue that buying's coming in. Now here's our first extreme or strong buying. So that's a really good clue that, okay, buyers really have stepped in down here. That's kind of proof, okay? The third thing would be when we finally get above this earlier selling and we get some more strong buying right in there. And the fourth idea or the fourth concept would be certainly just the pure breakout on all-time highs with the extreme buying aggression. So hopefully that makes sense. That's kind of the logic we like to think about when we're looking at the market is, bigger picture. Is there a clear bigger picture bias? If so, how do we get on board with that? And we like to wait for evidence to see that happen. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you have any questions about that, let us know. Thanks.